Middle of your picture, one of the recent arrivals, but another recent arrival starred up front again today for Bologna, but actually their top scorer is one
forward. They've got two holding midfield players. Scouten, I thought, is a decent.
Sadly still to an empty Renato.
They get balls from back to front into him. He'll drop off at times to allow the likes of...
For the second time since the end of November. Well, they give a start to recent arrival Adama Soumaoro, who's on loan from Lille as they look to shore up their defence. Nicolas Dominguez comes in from Chelsea and replaces the injured Simon Kjær, as he did off the bench against Inter on Tuesday. Ante Rebic, Alexis Salamakers, both preferred to Suolio Mete and Samu Castillejo, and Zlatan this season when Milan were 2-0 winners at the Miak. A shrill blow on Daniele Doveri's whistle, and the match action for Chelsea this season at all as Milan look to burst forward up. And he's done really well here. Tomiyasu sends it into the box. Ball breaks loose, and there was very nearly a chance there for Sansone. Get themselves in a spot of bother at the back here potentially as Rebic rolls. Is Calabria. Short with that pass, and Tomori had to be quick to.
Theo Hernandez, Orsolini will fancy his chances. Hernandez is great.
Calabria got in ahead of Dykes. Lovely little layoff from Rebic. The 2 points from a 2-2 draw with Genoa. Won all of the others. Rebic, the player, putting... Here's Scouten. Tomiyasu tangling with Franck Kessie on the far side. What can they do here? There was an awful lot on the far side by Theo Hernandez into Ibrahimovic. Soumaoro, your keeper, is that about to change? Well, it was, and Cellini sends it forward, and chasing hard is Tomiyasu, but beaten to... He continues to battle away.
What the referee didn't like. Here's that free kick again.
Chance for Bologna to break. It's Nicola Sansone. Donnarumma's had nothing to do so far. Calabria will chase, but he won't get there. Up front for Bologna, for Mihailovic's team. Coach from October 2011 until January of the horribly. Barrow held up by Tomori, who is then fouled. He seems as fit as he... Soumaoro trying to keep tabs on Ibrahimovic, hasn't quite managed it. A collision between the three of them. Skorupski. That as they raced up towards the box. Kessie initially with the scout away from the left-hand side, just checking back a little bit now, and goes for the 1-2 and nudging it in the matter of a second or two. Pressure still on here as Leao tries to turn. Skorupski's there again, and the referee now points to the spot.
Well, he's not happy with the challenge on Leao from Dykes. Quite rightly so. I think he's given a penalty here, but what a couple of saves that was from Skorupski.
The leaders to go ahead. And a brilliant save again from Skorupski, who's denied on the follow-up by Ante Rebic. And Skorupski, having made a brilliant double save, then superbly saves a penalty from Zlatan Ibrahimovic. But on the follow-up, Ante Rebic, the first one there. Milan leading in Bologna by 1-0.
Well, that's what you have to do as a player in and around the box. As long as he wasn't in the box.
Home defence, Rafael Leao, plenty of white shirts forward. Skorupski makes the save. And Ibrahimovic unable to... Nearly finding Ibrahimovic from Tomiyasu. Side, Barrow in the centre. Dyke sends it across beyond the far post. Side in. At the expense of a throw. Tomori's initial clearance. And the shot whipping into the side netting. And bringing Fikayo Tomori into the Milan setup. Barrow with the free kick, sending it into the box. And Tonali was there. To Siriao certainly would benefit from that with the Euro in mind. Would be sending it forward up towards Barrow. Ibrahimovic now moving out to the near side as Calabria sends it in. Beyond Rebic, beyond Ibrahimovic. Lovely ball in, here's Sansone, still going, and Donnarumma.
Was his right thigh to it, I think, in the end.
First half, Rebic, the goal scorer, sending it in. Ibrahimovic down, and Skorupski at full strength.
Does it in the warm-up?
No, and it comes now once more, and sorry, there's gained some more ground, and Rebic sends it in, Skorupski away, Calabria's there, and a desperate last-ditch challenge from Mitchell. Getting it forward into Kessie. It's a good old tussle that Kessie has won in an illegal fashion, and won. Luigi Donnarumma was still required to make a couple of excellent saves. Daniele Doveri gets us underway, and it is Bologna who kick off. Start to the second half for them. Into the near post area, and again it was Soriano getting in, but a comfortable catch. Sansone loitering on the edge of the box, and also Soriano. Free kick for the home side here. And that certainly wasn't on that occasion. Bad-tempered match, but they're back on the front foot here as Rafael Leao brings a save from PUNCAK. There's Rebic, showed a bit too much of that one to Orsolini. He's got some space here, Riccardo Orsolini. Mandzukic among the substitutes, limbering. Rafael Leao sweeps it away towards the far side, and Ibrahimovic is claiming a handball there by Adama Sumuaro, and that's exactly what's been given. Penalty for the second time in the match for Milan.
Oh, what a crossfield pass it was. Ibrahimovic made the run out there. He realised where the space was. Sumuaro's not watching the ball. He jumps early, and it hits him on both hands.
Second one of the afternoon. And he will find a way past Skorupski. It was really close to the goalkeeper, but this time the Pole couldn't keep it out. Kessie scores, and Milan lead by 2-0, and they have scored at least 2 away from home for 16 consecutive matches in the league now.
Well, here's the handball.
He picks out Riccardo Orsolini, looking for an opening, and Donnarumma get forward. Salamaca's over on the far side. Support coming from Calabria. Good save, and Leao a little slower to react than the two defenders in his vicinity.
I just wonder whether Leao thought he was offside. Good play though from Milan.
Schouten in midfield desperately need a goal to points on the board, so they don't get sucked into the battle near the rear end of the table. Pressure there. Orsolini as well. It's a triple change. Play there by Svanberg, sending it through, and the cross doesn't find a basket. He's got it at his feet now. Players in support as well. Skov Olsen sends it in, and they're back in the game. Bologna back on the score sheet with 10 minutes to go, and Andrea Poli, it's his first touch since coming off the bench, and he scores against his former club. Bologna 1, Milan 2, and now we could have a really interesting final 10 minutes.
Well, it was good play all round. They won the ball back in a good area. Palacio picked the right pass. Skov Olsen with the cut back. Whether he means to hit it in the top corner or not, it's a good finish from Andrea Poli. It actually takes a bobble, and it hits him almost on the shin. Watch the ball here just before he hits it. Just goes up in the air, but it ends up being an excellent